happy to be here with you today to share with you something which is very important, and that is how safe is the internet in this era of artificial intelligence. Very, very crucial topic because like it or not, the AI era is here and it's not going anywhere anytime soon. And like it or not, it is affecting almost all areas of our lives. And it is affecting almost all professions out there. So today we are going to have a conversation about this thing called artificial intelligence. Maybe for introductory case, this is how I look like. This is me. And I'm very, very happy to make acquaintance of each and every one of you.
Doctor, may you please put it in presentation mode?
Yes. Yes, I'm going to.
Put it in presentation mode.
All right. There you go. Okay. So I hope it's now a bit more clearer. I hope this is okay. All right. So let's begin. Today we're going to look at in the next few minutes or so, we're going to look at the following. One, how AI is shaping the internet. We're going to look at why media is on the front line. I do understand that many of you are in media, and today we want to understand why is it of concern to you in media that internet and the AI have come together. Then also, we're going to look at how, what are the new threat landscape looks like, because the emergence of AI has also brought in some opportunities, but at the same time, it has brought in some new threats, some risks. So we're going to look at those ones. Then we shall look at and verify, look at the how do you protect yourself and your sources. Can look at practices like verify before amplify, and also the ethical and safe use of AI on the internet. Okay. So those are some of the things that we're going to be covering. One, okay, let's begin. So everything has changed, including the internet. The internet, the way we know it, has changed forever. If we were using the internet 4 years ago, 3 years ago, and you wake up and use it now, you would be shocked by the amount of change that has taken place over the internet. Okay, with the internet now, there is too much content that is flowing out there that is not even generated by humans anymore. And this content is called AI sloth. Okay, AI sloth. So within just a few seconds, in the evolution of AI has changed completely what internet used to be. Okay, now AI has brought in some technologies like voice cloning. Okay, so you realize that we even have a case here in Uganda which is being contested, a high-profile case where they were suspecting that someone's voice was cloned. Now, there are AI tools right now which are readily available in the hands of anyone, okay, that can easily clone your voice. By the way, to clone your voice, I only need 10 seconds. For example, there's a tool called a Chinese tool, okay, that sometimes we use for voiceovers. You only need 10 seconds of someone talking, and the AI is going to be able to clone that same voice, and I can make that voice say anything in any emotion. Okay, like for me who deals with AI, you can even make it laugh, You can make it speak with anger. You can make it speak with surprise, with anxiety, with sadness. And this is your voice. 2 weeks ago, there's an AI tool called Suno. Suno, they produce music using AI. They added in a voice cloning feature. Okay. What does that mean? That even I can now sing reggae. Okay. And that's very, very, I in my own voice. Okay. And all the studio I need is my laptop. So there's a lot of AI generated music out there, and it's easy to make. It's easy to make. There's a lot of AI generated deep fake videos. Okay, I think in the beginning of 2025, most of you could tell that this video has been generated by artificial intelligence. 2024, you could tell, but as we speak now, 2026, it's becoming increasingly difficult for you to pick a video which is made by AI or by humans. It is predicted by 2028, early 2028, real videos and AI generated videos are going to be almost indistinguishable. Okay, because the technology is coming so advanced. And what does that mean for you who are in media? It means it's going to be incredibly hard for you guys also to verify which videos someone has shared is true or false. Also, AI has been has flooded the internet with a lot of fake and accounts and content accounts. For example, for us, we build AI automations, and we have some clients who come to us and they want to build an automation which can write the script of the video, generate the video, put a voiceover of their voice, and then post that video online. Okay. And post it on YouTube, and some of those people have gotten a lot of content, and they are making a lot of money from platforms like YouTube. Why? Because those platforms are paying and people are consuming AI generated material. But the voice they're listening to is a cloned voice. The idea is from AI, the video made by AI. So the internet has really, really changed. It's being slowly dominated by artificial intelligence. Okay. So what is this AI really? Okay. One, when you talk about AI, these are machines that can mimic human behaviors. Okay. They can predict patterns and do things which usually would have taken human intelligence to do. Okay. That is AI in short. Now, AI has very many types, but let me talk about two major types. The first type is called generic or generative AI. Generative AI is the kind of AI where we have been asking it questions or ask it for a text and it gives us a text back. We ask it to generate an answer and it gives us a text back, or a video or an image. Most of us are interacting with generative AI. Okay. If you've played around with the likes of Meta AI, ChatGPT, DeepSeek, and so on, most of you are interacting with generative AI. But we also have another kind of AI called agentic AI. This one goes beyond just generating for you text. It actually goes ahead and does the tasks for you. I've given you an example of one, the automated social media poster. Okay. It does research on its own, looks for the most trending topic, writes a brief about that most trending topic, goes and uses DALL-E or ChatGPT and generates an image about it. Okay. After generating the image, it's going to go either on my LinkedIn and you can post it. Okay. There is a newspaper in Europe, Eastern Europe, I've forgotten the country, where they have resorted to using AI for news generator, news writing. Okay. The AI goes and researches the internet for the most trending news. It will come back, create a brief, write, and then post on their website. So that media company, for them, they were interviewing them and they were like, for us here, we are using AI to generate media content, and they're okay with it. Okay. And the only thing they did, maybe for them, the only thing they did is to make sure that there is a human who will review before the things are posted. So that is the one thing they did. Okay. So even in Europe, it has already started. Okay. So AI is really that. We have generative and agentic. Agentic will go ahead and do the things. But AI is a neutral tool. It can either be good or bad. It is like a gun. You cannot say a gun is bad, because if a gun is defending and protecting your life, then a gun is good. But if the muzzle of the gun is pointed towards you, then the gun is bad. So AI is good. It's a double-edged sword. So in the hands of ethical people, or people who have conscience, they will use it for good. And in the hands of those who have bad intentions and deeds, they can use AI the bad way. Okay. So the same model which will draft a good story, the ChatGPT you're saying, can be used to draft a perfect scam. Okay. So it is a double-edged sword of the sorts. Okay. So the following ways are ways in which AI has changed the internet. Okay. None of these is a new thing, because all these ways you already know. But the coming in of AI, scams have been there, but the coming in of AI has amplified it. It has made it even much more of a problem than it was before. Why? Because it is easy. It has become easy and more accessible for people to carry out these deeds. Okay. So we're going to look at each one of them and how AI has amplified it, and why it's important for you in media to be very well aware of such risks. One is misinformation is at a large scale now. Okay. False content is now being produced for fake articles. What does it take for me to create a fake article? Okay. I just need to prompt it. What about in academia now? Now, if you guys are worried about misinformation at large scale, what about us who are at university? Now I'm a lecturer of computer science, and we have seen a rise of fake research at university. Okay. People are researching and publishing about things from the air. From the air. And they're adding these things to the academic knowledge. So that misinformation is also out there in the academic world. Okay. That the papers which are there, the researches are fictitious. They have never existed. So if the land are also using AI like that, instead of using it as a tool to help them write, they are using it to to do the entire research, then what about the general public? Okay. So there's so much fake comments, fake social media posts, so much. Okay. There is somebody in this country who posts on X, but sometimes their posts can make you think that maybe it was AI, but I've come to know that for him it's still authentic. I will not mention that person, but there are so many fake posts. Now, in the USA and in Europe, there is something coming out called AI influencers. Okay. They are using AI generated images or AI to generate images of non-existent influencers. And these influencers are being given voices and what, and people are following them. They have big followings on Instagram and on YouTube, and these people are making a lot of money from them. So our children are at risk of being influenced by fake AI. They want to copy the styles, the images of things which have never existed. Okay. There are what we call bot networks. Okay. They're using AI bots. For example, these days, if you want an account to flourish, your social media account has no users. The organization which can use fake bots to like and comment on your posts, okay, to give you following, but this following does not exist, just to boost you, okay. So just know that a fake story can trend before any newsroom can now verify it. A fake story can trend. How many fake stories have we had on the internet with the images? Okay. There are so many. So misinformation is now high. Secondly is deep fakes and synthetic media is also on the rise. Did you know AI can swap faces these days? That live, if you've seen like my video right now, I can swap it with a video of Cristiano Ronaldo. And all I need is just a powerful PC, like 16 GB. So as I'm speaking to you, you will be seeing as if it's Cristiano Ronaldo speaking to you. Okay. So you'll be seeing as if it's Cristiano speaking to you. So voices also. We've already had that conversation of voices. Very, very easy, okay, to fabricate. Now, we have Google has a tool which they use for marketing. Okay. Now, with that tool, all you do, for example, if you're selling Visigo, you just upload your logo of Visigo, you choose an avatar, okay, and the brand name of your logo and the brand name of your company, and upload, and hold and behold, it is going to create an influencer video when they are holding your Visigo, and this influencer is talking about how amazing your Visigo is, okay, and how well it has worked for them, okay, and how good they are looking because of that Visigo. But these people don't even exist. They don't. But those are the things which are flooding social media. Those things are there now, not tomorrow, but now. Okay. If times allows, I'll try to get one of you and create a false image of them just for demonstration purposes. Okay, so fake interviews are there on TV. Okay, you are seeing someone with the very influential people. They may not be there. Fake products are being advertised. So media people, you need to be aware. There's what we call phishing and social engineering is also on the rise. You remember that scam of the email, the one they used to do for the email, okay? A generic email. That one is gone. It doesn't work anymore. Okay? Now, these days, AI can write a personalized message to you. Because one, it knows a lot of information about you. So I can write for you an email and you think it's your boss, but when it's not. I had someone from finance at Consent is here. I can write her an email and copy the style of Mr. Chimera. And once I do that, she will say, but this is how he writes, even the greetings, the way he greets, okay? So there is phishing, a lot of it. Another thing is we are also building, actually we build them, but we don't build to scam. For example, like we have what we call social media, no, not social media, leads generators. A client can come to us with over a list of 1,000 potential clients from different companies. So what we can do, we can create for them a leads generator. Now, it has the name of the person, the company it works, the company that person works for, and knows about the product we want to sell for them, and that person's email. So it's going to write a name, dear Mr. Chimera, Henry, hope you are doing fine, blah, blah, blah. I know it, because it can go and do research about the company. I know Consent does this and this and this. Would like to interest you in this. Then you will see it mentioning some of the details that you would not think that a robot can get or an AI, and you'd think you're talking to a person. I mean, there are AI tools called leads closers. Okay, they are part of AI agents. You can give them an assignment to go and look for you clients and sign them. So this AI will go and send an email to Mr. Chimera. Mr. Chimera will send back, and it will send back and will send back until it has convinced Mr. Chimera, maybe for a meeting or something like that. That's when it will notify me and tell me we have one potential client. But all the back and forth talking, and it is trained to speak in the most human way possible. Okay, so this is there. This is not like it's not there. It's there. As I'm telling you, because for us we are building it for the good. Now, what about those who are building it to steal? To steal from you. So if you find anything fishy, a fellow reporter, a fellow media person, or if someone has sent you an email and you feel something is off, follow that instinct. Sometimes it may be off. Nowadays, people's WhatsApps are being hacked. Okay? So when they hack them, what they do is the AI chatbot, the AI is going to first understand the flow of conversation. It's going to know how do you greet this person? How do you say hello? What are you guys talking about? So when they hack your WhatsApp, the people who are in your inbox are in danger if they're using AI, because it's going to involve them in a conversation, and these people are going to think they are still talking to you. and perhaps try to convince them maybe to send them money or something, because they have trained it. These things are there. This social engineering is very, very real. Data harvesting and privacy loss. Now, do you know that your photos can easily be scraped on the internet to train AI models or to build profiles? Your images are all over. What about your location metadata? There is a company here in Uganda which was sued. It operates, it does border business. I will not mention it, but it was sued because it was collecting more information than it should about its client. Okay? And that's a problem. A lot of our data is out there. And some of you, when you're interacting with these AI tools, Mr. Chimera has given you a report, then you go and upload the whole report, which is an internal document. You have given AI data to train with. Okay? So AI is going to harvest that information. So if it has internal information about what the company is doing or what the organization consent is doing internally, because people are uploading internal reports in the name that they want AI to help shape it, then it means that that AI can be used to impersonate someone working from the organization because it has enough data. You are giving AI way too much information about yourselves, giving it your CV. Someone can use that to impersonate you. There was a concern recently. Google released what they call smart glasses. These are just glasses you wear like any other glasses, but these glasses have a mini screen inside. Okay, so as you're wearing this glass, it has a camera. These glasses have a camera. So when you see someone, it can do facial recognition because this person is on the internet. So imagine if I'm meeting Mr. Bwambale for the first time. I don't know him. I'm wearing the Google smart glasses. So the smart glasses will recognize him. Okay. And it will pull out all his profile from the internet. And within just a few seconds, I'll be able to read his profile. Before even I talk to him, then I'll say, Mr. Bwambale, how are you, sir? Like, do I know you? It's like, yeah, you know me. We've met. Don't you work at Consent? Like, oh. Then with your human instincts, you'll be like, perhaps this person actually knows me. And it can begin from there. Aha. Don't you work with Asha and Ronette and Mr. Chimera? I saw you. Then he scrolls and looks for an event where you attended. You were at this webinar. But he's getting all that information from you because that information is readily available. So AI can do that. If we had time, I would be demonstrating some of these things because some of you think that you may be thinking that I'm speaking about fiction. But these just because you don't know where to go to do that does not mean it's not being done. Okay? So protect your data. Protect it. Be jealous with your information. Okay? Be jealous with your phone contacts. Don't just enter your phone contacts everywhere. Everywhere they tell you to sign up. For you are just putting your phone number. Yeah. No, eh? That's dangerous. Scams, frauds, and identity theft also on an increase. Fake mobile money alerts, bank alerts, people who are in crypto. People are faking testimonials. Okay? People are cloning profiles, Facebook pages, family emergencies using cloned voices. For example, we can clone Mr. Chimera's voice. Okay? And we call, for example, if we know Mr. Chimera has gone abroad, has gone to China, then we can clone his voice and call the one who is in charge of finance and tell her in Mr. Chimera's voice, please wire this money on this number. I am stuck. And use a Chinese number. So she would just assume that perhaps that's him, because firstly, he can hear the voice.
Okay, agama installing is a tray sharp. Maybe so.
Kule Xavier, we ask that you mute. So these scams are actually there. So why are you people in the media the prime targets? One, you have high visibility. Okay? Because for you are on TV, you are on radio, you are in newspapers, you are followed by so many people online. You are a target because of the visibility that you have. And you guys also have valuable access to confidential information. Okay? You have sources. So you are a target because you have those valuable sources of information. Then we can easily trick you into spreading lies. For example, someone can send you a fake breaking news. Because also you have been so desperate to have an exclusive. You just jump on and begin to spread the same lies. And the truth is, like, you are also the defense. Why? Because the public relies on you to separate facts from fiction. When, for example, when it is Ramadan for Muslims, okay? For me, usually there is that confusion of Ramadan. Is it going to be Eid tomorrow or not? So me, who is not a Muslim, usually I first ask, has NTV posted? Okay. Or have they said, have the news posted it? So if the news, they read news at 7 and they say it is not Eid, then I take it as the gospel truth. But imagine if that person was misled and she announces there is no Eid, yet, I mean, she announces there is Eid, yet it's not there. So you can imagine how many people will be confused by just that. So you are guardians of truth. It's very, very important. Okay? You are also what they call the verifiers in chief, VIC. Media has set a standard so high that society trusts you a lot. Okay? So that's why you're a prime target. And that's why you need to be vigilant. Okay? And when you confirm, millions will confirm also. Millions will say it's true. Okay? Now, what are the best practice defenses you can use as media people. One, verify before you amplify. If you cannot verify, do not amplify those things. Okay? Before you go on to spread the news, trace the source. Who first posted this? When did they post it? And where? Now, if there are images there, you can do what we call reverse search media. There are AI tools you can use to help you verify if these stories are true or not, or if the images are true or not. So there are those tools we usually teach. They do verify. Then also cross-check. Call some of your friends that before you spread the news. Call someone in Kampala, call someone, so is it true? Have you seen this? Have you seen this? Then if it's true, then go ahead and begin to post it. But the ego of having an exclusive, we want to be the first to break the news. Okay? For you, that's what you are dying for. We can make you spread rumors or lies that are not there. Pause on emotion. Ask yourself, is this content built to engage or to shock? Okay. That is going to also give you, help you to sit back and question the information you're about to amplify. Now, how do you spot deepfakes for now? Okay. Like I say, the disclaimer, there is no single test for proofreading, for proof testing. But at least some of these things, they have not yet perfected them. A deepfake video, number one, unnatural eye blinking. If you see, human beings, we are trained to read body language. If you see someone blinking in a very unnatural way, most likely it's a deep fake. So look into the eyes of the video and ask yourself, is this gaze regular or not? But at times, abantu balina endali zaabwe. So ask if the person has ndali. Ndali is crossed eyes. So that one can also be that. But usually, it's not. Is this audio also slightly off? Sometimes the lip sync, we have not yet perfected it in the AI world. That someone is talking, you can hear the audio, but the mouth is moving, and what the mouth is moving is not matching with the words you are hearing. That's a clue. Hands and teeth and background. Look at them. Some of these primitive AI tools, the hands are very, you can see someone with 8 fingers. So one of the tests, if you are, like, for example, on a deep fake live video, is to tell someone to touch their nose. That thing is very hard on right now on deep fakes. If you are chatting with someone and they have done a face swap, they have swapped their faces, and because you can be looking at me, but you think you are chatting with Cristiano Ronaldo or with the president because I'm using deep fake. If usually you ask me to touch my nose, they'll run away because it's still a hard thing to do. Look at the teeth. You know that Paul does not brush and drinks a lot of coffee and has brown teeth. And here, Paul, it looks like he uses Daily Dent. After every meal, the teeth is white as snow. Is the background still or is it moving? What about the edging, the lighting? What about the English? Listen out for things like, how's the English? Is it too perfect? Okay. Sometimes it requires also to know the people. English is just way perfect. And you know this person, Akubembogo, they're always speaking broken English. Now they have sent you a video and is talking about we are the infatuation of the demand and supply in the country. Oh my God. Just know there is a problem. And also, if you have no credible source, that's also a big red flag that probably the video is a deep fake. Okay. So what can you do to protect yourself? You have to do what we call the everyday digital hygiene, so that you can use the internet in a safe environment. One, strong and unique passwords. Okay. Now, let me tell you a brief story about my wife in about 3 years ago. We used to have an argument with her about changing her password. Her password was 2222. I tell this woman, how can you have a mobile money password of 22222? And would cry about it. Me, I don't want these things. They don't want to have headache of remembering long passwords. So it so happened that somebody from abroad sent her money, and before she could withdraw it, they stole her phone. And hold and behold, somehow the crooks figured out the password of 22222. And I still know people who have passwords of 22222 or 1234. So you need strong, unique passwords. If you don't want to remember passwords, use what we call a password manager. I don't have to remember every password, but I have a password manager. It manages all my passwords. If I want to go in this platform, it will give me the password. This platform, that makes me more secure. Use what we call the two-factor authentication, 2FA, for your Google, for your Gmail, for everything. Even for your credit cards, you people, some of your credit cards don't have the two-factor authentication. Did you know that if I want to buy something, for some of you, all I need is just a photo of the front and the back, and I can go and buy things online because you don't have a two-factor authentication. Two-factor authentication means that the password is not enough for me to give you access. You have to have another proof. So what some do is they will send you an SMS containing a code to your phones. And this SMS will prove that it is actually you. So much as you put in the right password, we need to know if it is really you. So always activate that two-factor authentication to protect you. Encrypt sensitive chats. For example, WhatsApp has what we call the end-to-end encryption. How many of you have decoded it? End-to-end encryption means that only the two of you, the sender and the receiver, can know what you have been sending yourselves in the messages. In WhatsApp, it's there, but how many of you have implemented it? Then separate your accounts. Keep your work account different from your personal ones. and in fact, some of you should put them on separate devices. That this phone here is for office work. It has office accounts, office everything. And this one has my personal things. I don't use personal things for office work. Okay? Even phone numbers. There's a phone number for business. There's a phone number for person. Some of you are keeping them together. But you're using the same phone number for business as the one for other things. As a lecturer, I suffered because at times at first I did not separate that. At times I would post something which I don't want people who are not in my personal circles to see. But you find it with the students. Because at one point I was calling. Now I know there is a number for students and for business. And then there's a number which is personal. And when that number rings, which is personal, I know this is personal. When the other rings for business, because I want to protect my data and myself from falling victim. Mind what you upload. Don't paste in confidential material into public AI tools. I repeat, don't paste confidential materials into public AI tools. What are you supposed to do? You are supposed to paste information when you have redacted it. For example, if it has a company name, you change it to company X. If it has people's names, remove them. Okay? If you want to use AI for a company document, first deduct it. Deduct those information. I also encourage business owners, institutional owners to have AI tools that are running locally on their PCs or on their systems. Okay? That is also one of the things that we can do for our clients. They know that their clients need to use these AI tools, but they don't want them to share sensitive information. So we can come and install the likes of DeepSeek onto your servers, such that when you're using it for company information, you can put their company information, but that thing is closed to only you. Okay? Then also lastly, update and patch. Keep your phones, your devices up to date. If Windows is asking you to update it. Keep it safe. It will keep you safe also. Okay? Very, very important. Now, on the other side, I want to say this, that AI is not bad. In fact, it is an ally for people who are in media. When you use it well, the right way, responsibly, it becomes a powerful tool for you. You become more powerful than before. Why? It's going to enable you to do faster research with AI. You can translate and localize information into any language. Okay? We teach that here. We teach a lot of that here. You can transcribe interviews. Those days are gone where you are looking for news and you have to write with a pen and paper. You can record and even don't have to type. We teach those tools here, and those tools are there to help you. So if you know that, you can also do fact checking. AI tools for fact checking are there. That before you go on a rampage to post and amplify news, have you checked for facts? So AI will enable you to be able to do all these things and remain relevant and efficient. So AI is going to be your assistant in helping you do the news or do media the right way. The Ugandan context here, we have Uganda Communications Commission. It regulates the communication sector. Okay. It's very important you look at their strategies and have it in the know. We have also the Data Protection and Privacy Act of 2019, which was passed, which brought in what we call the data protection, the Personal Data Protection Office, which is governed by NITA. Okay. So it governs all personal data protected and stored. And then we have also the Computer Misuse Act, which was amended in 2022 to address such offenses. Now, the only challenge we have is the AI policy has not yet been released, the national policy on AI, which will also which is causing confusion, because we don't know how the law, what the law says about using AI in media. Let us say maybe you want to use the image of our president, and you use AI to adjust it a bit, and then you post in the papers or on social media or wherever. No, we don't. The law talks about altering using software like PowerPoint and so on. But in 2025, we are using more of artificial intelligence. So the law is still gray there. The law is still gray on voice cloning, because by 2022, such things were not there. So we really do hope that the UCC and NITAU will release this national policy quickly, such that Parliament can make acts that are going to be put in law to protect the consumers and also to protect you people who are going to be using AI. So, what do you need to have a safe internet? One, pause before you share. Verify the source first. Two, reverse search images and videos. Not whatever you see is real. Confirm with 2 independent sources, and they must be credible sources. Okay? Turn on 2-factor authentication everywhere. Don't say that it is disturbing you. No, it's keeping you safe. Verify any agent money request or data request by another channel. Use a password manager. Keep company or confidential materials out of public AI tools, and disclose AI use or double check its output. This is very important. Now, you people who are using AI to paraphrase media content, you're using AI to write stories and so on. Very, very important thing that you need to know in the back of your head, that all AI tools, all of them hallucinate. It is just something that they are fighting to combat. Now, the level of hallucination differs by the tool. What is hallucinating? Is AI can tell you a white lie, because even sometimes when it doesn't know, for it was meant that it's supposed to give you an answer, and it will phrase the answer grammatically correct. Everything will be correct, but it will be factually not true. So that is why the same people of those Anthropic so on, they put a disclaimer and say, AI can tell you false information. Verify. So if you've used AI to generate something, read through. Don't just do copy and paste. Some of you are losing credibility as media people because you are doing copy and paste. You even forget to remove those dashes. You see those dashes that are they consented. Now those dashes are just meant to expose media content. They are also invisible watermarks to show that your content was made by AI. But even those dashes, these people, it means you even didn't read through. Just bringing it with those dashes means you didn't read through. Very, very important. Because if you want to depict that it is your opinion, make sure you read through. It might have added in something that was not true. Mate. Now, we also teach about those things on which tools to use, which one does fact checking better, which one hallucinates less. So I'll not go into that, but just know you need to double check all the time. Then what you need to carry forward as we conclude: one, AI is neutral tool. You can use it for good or you can use it for evil. It can be used for good on you, or it can be used for evil against you. Okay? So awareness is your first defense. I should not send you a photo of me with your wife seated somewhere and you go and shoot your wife. You should know that they can use AI to put us in one place. So therefore, number two, seeing is not believing anymore. Even if it sounds so true, have that cut out. But is it really? Okay. Then habit beats technology. Things like two-factor authentication will protect you better than anything. Okay? And as a media person, do not forget your ethics. Your standard matters. Don't become, again, the one who is feeding the internet with AI sloth. It's called AI sloth. SLOTH. Okay? Now, there is more AI sloth than human written content in the last 1 year. It's just too much. Otherwise, I want to thank you for your time and invite back the moderator if there are any questions, then we shall answer them now. The moderator, I hand over back to you. Thank you so much for your time, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Peter Byamugisha, for this wonderful presentation. Colleagues, I beg that we share with him the hands of applause. Wherever you are, we send him flowers so that he can be able to know that we've been following so many new terms. And yes, thank you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Now we're just going to have a quick round of questions. If you have any of the questions or comments, I am going to invite you. Just put up your hand. I should be able to see your hand up. and then we are going to use this time to listen to you. So there are three things we are going to do. One, you can share your experience on this matter. Two, you can ask a question. And three, you can have a comment. So Dr. Peter, you'll be taking up the questions, but the comments, we shall all learn from them. All right, so let us get Marco Taibot. Share with us your comment, please. Marco, over to you.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm happy Peter has made a very beautiful presentation, and some of the things that he was saying just touching me. First of all, my mobile money thing is two throughout, and as if he was just speaking direct to me. He has said so many things about use of AI, maybe for paraphrasing, or you tell AI to write for you anything. Maybe I just want to know, what's the difference between saying paraphrase or generate a content for me on this? Are they the same? Because I feel, because always my experience is that I write my article and then tell AI to paraphrase it. But also because my thinking is that if you continue depending on AI entirely, then your skills, your natural skills will always fade out, and eventually in 2, 3, 4 years, you cannot write an article without AI or without anything. And then also, he has talked about how we put our data on AI, and sometimes it can be used against us. It is true. My experience is also that sometimes when you want to apply for something, you want to align your CV to always fit what you're applying for. And because of that, you keep updating. Each time you get something that you're applying, you put your CV. And so how do we undo, or how do we remove information, especially CVs, personal information that we have put on AI, so that at least we are less exposed? Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Marco. I saw some other hands. Now I can't see them. I think the Katia, your hand was up initially. Katia David, did you put it down? Yes, Katia, go on, please. Katia, unmute and speak.
Okay, thank you. I just wanted to know from our speaker. In fact, I have to say thank you for that nice discussion. So, as per our technology moving at a very high speed, do we now have any tool, or is there any tool that can differentiate AI generated information and original information? Now that as we move year by year, AI generated information and original information is getting closer to each other, and like you can hardly identify it. Is there any tool that can identify AI generated information and original information? Thank you.
Thank you so much, Katia. Let us listen in to Chirabo, Irene. Irene, over to you. Please unmute. Irene, are you there? Okay. Irene seems to be speaking, but
No. You had not yet allowed me to unmute. You have now accepted.
Okay, please.
Okay, thank you. So my question was about the password manager. In case someone hacks into my phone or they get access to my password manager, if all my passwords are in one place, wouldn't it be easier for that person now to get all my information at once? Isn't it a risk? Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chirabo. Let me see if there's any other hand. Okay, it seems the hands are done. Colleagues, anyone with a hand up? I can't see them. Okay, I think all the questions are submitted. And of course, thank you guys for those who are using the chat. I'll be reading your chats a little later. But maybe let's listen in to the answers from Dr. Byamugisha. Doctor, over to you to respond to those 4 questions that have come through.
Okay, thank you so much, everyone, for those questions. I'll begin with the first speaker. He asked that when he's using his AI, he tells AI to paraphrase and not to generate. That is there a difference? Yes, there's a difference. When you ask AI to generate, you're asking it to come up with that information. Okay? So it is going to come up with the information itself and write it in any way, either even if it's true or false. And when you ask AI to paraphrase, you are asking it that here is the information that I have given you. Can you help me check the grammar, check the spellings? Can you help me to say the same things, but in a different or in a more clearer, understandable way? So there is a difference. Then the second question he asked was, how do we undo? Because he has already shared. There is nothing right now you can do, sir. That is already gone. There is no undoing his time. There is no turning back. Your information is out there with that AI. You can't reverse it. The only thing you can do is moving forward to be more careful, more jealous of the information that you have, and change the way you have been oversharing it. So you may ask, how do I do it? If you're uploading your CV, don't put in certain details. Before you upload, edit it. Don't put in certain details about yourselves. Don't put in your phone number, your email, what. Sometimes you put Mr. X. Mr. X wants to apply for this job. This is his CV. Then this is the job description. Help me format this job, this CV to fit the job description. It will use Mr. X. Then give you something with Mr. X, but you know Mr. X is you. Okay? So right now there's hardly anything you can do, but just moving forward. You call it, that one is spilled milk. But moving forward, just be more careful. Then another person asked, do we have AI tools that can differ or can detect AI generated information and original information? We have some tools that can do that. But like I said, it is becoming incredibly hard even for those tools to do that, because this is AI detecting AI. Okay? Every day it's becoming incredibly hard even for those tools. So what they have done now is, I sit on the ISO committee for artificial intelligence at the international level for Uganda. And one of the resolutions that was made 2 years ago was that if you are going to generate a video or an audio, you must declare that this video or audio is AI generated. For example, I think you've been seeing it. Big players, they are mandated by the law to declare that something is AI generated. I don't know what is going to be in the UCC and NITA-U AI policy. But these are some of the things that ought to be there. That if someone is going to generate something with AI, they let them declare. Now, when they saw that declaring, some people were not listening, so they came up with what we call meta data. That when you take a photo, there are some invisible watermarks. Okay, they're invisible to the human eye, but when you analyze it, they will be there. So they are telling these companies, when you generate an image, you include in that invisible watermark. Then what about people who have text? They are putting in things like you see that that dash. You see that very long dash whenever you are that one. We also have invisible spaces. Okay, there's an invisible space, but there are some AI tools you can use to remove those ones. So if you have a good AI detector, it will know that this person used AI because it can read that metadata of that picture, of that video. So there are tools which are there. Some are publicly available and some are not. So there is a way. With you, for now, you can use your eyes and the judgments and some of the things we talked about. For Google, now they put a star. If you see Google generated images, they have a star in the right bottom corner. And that star is meant to tell you that this is an AI generated image. The dash in Gemini, in ChatGPT, that big dash is meant to alert us that this person used the AI, okay, to generate all this article. Because we are seeing even those stars in New Vision, in Monitor, and our people, you've not bothered to remove them, and they're like, this journalist used AI entirely. So those are there. Now, let me go to the last question. A lady talked about OTP, optical, one-time password, OTP. It's a two-factor authentication. It is meant to help protect you. Now, if someone has stolen your phone or laptop and you have a password manager, most of the password managers now are linked to the biometric, and that is your fingerprint. Notice that even if you put in the correct password, if you don't put in your fingerprint, the password manager will never open. And if you don't have a fingerprint ability, you can't use the password manager. It's very hard, because if someone has stolen your phone and wants to open the password manager and even know your password, let them put your fingerprint too. There they will get access. But if they don't have it, even on the phones, you try it on your phones, it is going to ask for a fingerprint. Okay? So it is not the most secure thing to do, but at least for now, it's a bit safe. At least there's nowhere they're going to steal your fingerprint from. So I hope I've answered all those questions. Back to you, moderator.
Thank you, Dr. Peter, for answering those questions. I see so many other questions, and I felt that maybe I could just project them here so that you can be able to respond to them. They are very interesting. I couldn't leave them out. And I thought that maybe you could look at those that we can respond to now, and then others we could look for another avenue, because on Wednesday and Friday we have more sessions. We can be able to respond to them. One is asking who is responsible if an AI gives bad advice that causes harm. So it's about safety on the internet. Who is responsible for that? So maybe you could also look at number 2, You might have noticed that even Google have modified Grammarly check into AI tools. He personally doesn't edit stories directly with AI, but rather uses Google, and then he's wondering if this could be wrong. You could a little bit throw more light there. And then he says, who is responsible? This one we've already looked at it. Is our data safe when we apply for jobs via online? That's another question that comes through. AI has surely impacted our thinking and creativity as a journalist. I remember way back writing stories out of creativity, but now you don't feel confident about oneself unless you first deposit the piece with AI. I mean, that is an experience I think is sharing with us. And then this colleague says it's very nice presentation, and many newsrooms now edit stories with AI tools, yet they don't credit AI. I mean, so many people use AI, but we don't give credit to the AI. Then this one says, what are the AI tools that can mix content such as voices and videos? And then how can one learn using AI tools? Where can they be found? I think Dr. Byamugisha is the kafulu here. He even has a school where we learn AI. He has sessions that happen monthly. So I think we will talk about that a little in a second. Someone says maybe we share Dr. Peter's number. Then in the future, one says we should think about physical meetings and on how to practically use these AI tools. Dr. Peter, these are the questions that I've just selectively picked from the chat. If there are any 2, 3, 4 that you would wish to respond to, please do so that we come to the close of the meeting in the next few minutes. Thank you, Doc.
Okay, thank you very much, moderator. Now I will answer them as quickly as possible because of time. Now, who is responsible if an AI gives a bad answer that causes harm? Right now, there's still a debate. Some countries which have an AI policy, they are blaming that on the company, the AI company. For example, we have had issues, in the example in the US, where a child, or not even one, but countless children have committed suicide after speaking or chatting with these AI bots. And those cases are still ongoing. Campuses have been compensated because these are children, okay? They cannot do judgment very well. So usually, if it causes harm to other people or to yourself, it's a double-edged sword, okay? Company can be responsible yourself. Another person shared also and said that Google has modified the Grammarly check into AI tool so that she doesn't personally use AI, but more so AI helps to check spelling errors. So this one is talking about her experience and how Google is helping her to edit. Then is our data safe when we apply for jobs online? Now, if you notice that when you're applying for jobs online, at the end of the day, they give you a terms and conditions agreement. And many of you never read those agreements. And I can't blame you because some of those agreements are very long and you cannot really get time to read them. So what does that mean? That in most cases, our data is given there freely when we accept those terms and conditions. Let me ask some of you a question. Maybe you've not been thinking about it. Why do you think most of these platforms, social media platforms, you're using them for free? Bo bafunira wa. You come, you do your things, you do whatever for free. Okay? The truth is, for these social media platforms, you are the product. You are the product. And your data is what they will sell. So, if you are the product, then when you are signing up for Facebook, you agreed that Facebook will use your data. Either you agreed in ignorance or in knowledge, you agreed. And they will sell this data to other bigger companies because they monitor the data on the behavior, your behavior on social media, and they use this information to do what we call targeted advertising. For example, when I'm on YouTube, okay, if they notice that I like football, the adverts of sports betting are the ones which are going to come. For you, haven't you ever asked yourself, YouTube, how does YouTube make money? That's how it makes money, through advertising. And you are the product. You are the product from other companies, and also you are the target market. Okay, because you're using YouTube for free. YouTube will never bring an advert of always. All of you know what always is. On my account that I post and it brings always, it knows, first of all, I'm a man. Okay, so it cannot bring it. If it's a woman who is above 50, it will never bring also an advert of always. It knows this person is a man, a woman of sound age, and probably is this age. So even depending on the kind of things you watch on YouTube, it will learn your behavior. The AI will learn your behaviors, and it will come up with a persona of who you are. So notice we all have different advertisements when we are on. It's because we are the product. Okay? We are the product. Now, on X, if you don't want your data to be used on X, if you want to do, or even in Grok AI, you pay. Even on ChatGPT, if you don't want your data to be used, they have something called privacy mode, where I can download the company records and they will not be stored. They will not be used. Okay? So that is very, very key to know. So if for you are using for free, in exchange is your data to be used for training the models and any other thing. But if you are paying, then you can use the privacy mode. Then let me quickly move on to the others. This one has said AI has surely impacted our thinking and creativity. As journalist, I remember the way of writing stories, but now I feel more confident about myself unless you first deposit a piece on AI. Now, he is describing a condition that we call brain rot. It's a new term also. It has come out recently after scientists from MIT discovered that people who use AI so much, okay, are losing the ability to create or to be creative without the AI. They looked at groups like students, that if you remove AI from students these days and tell them to write a paragraph or so, that they will struggle so much. They also tested computer science and coding students and said students who are coding using AI, They are finding it incredibly hard to code without AI because of brain rot. So when you become over reliant on AI, you may suffer from brain rot, okay, where you cannot be creative as you used to be because of over reliancy on AI. Now, the scientists have acknowledged this to the theory of what you don't use, you lose. So because AI is using that creative part of our brain, okay, is replacing it and we are not using it. So that creative part is slowly dying, okay? Because before AI, you had to think and be creative. You had to. So as you're using AI, you also need to limit yourself, because if for example, you're going to write a piece and the internet goes down, I know many of you now will be paralyzed. Now, this phenomenon was also experienced when they introduced the calculator. They noticed that people who were doing mathematics with the calculator lost their ability to calculate even the most obvious numbers. For example, if I tell people here off head right now that 5 times 13, that is something which a long time ago when you are still in school you would, but now very, very hard. So this is not meant to scare you, but to tell you the reality of the findings. So when you're using AI, use it reasonably, responsibly. I like what the other person does. He first writes and then gives AI to paraphrase. That's the right way to use AI, to amplify you, but not to let it do everything for you. Some people were talking about if they want to learn AI. Yes, we have our offices are here in Bukoto. If you want to learn online, we have an online cohort. And if you want to learn physical, we do also have physical classes we conduct at our premises. You can come as a group or as individuals. We usually have them on the weekend, about 5 hours. And if you're an organization, we can also organize and call us to come and train you on how to use these tools. It is important you know how to use them, okay, and how to use them responsibly. So it is very, very good for us to come and take you through on how to use these AI tools to strengthen you and to make you sharper and more efficient. So I hope I've answered most of those questions, and I hope I've not scared you all, but have given it to you the way it is. So thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Ryamugisha. I think we give him another round of applause. I know that there are many questions in the chat and some discussions going on there. Great to have all those discussions. Now we come closer to the end of our conversation. Mr. Chimera, you will need to guide us on the registration in the chat, how we are going to do it. Meanwhile, as we come to the close, when Doctor was sharing, I quickly looked for some bit of examples in our context. Just in 2 minutes, I found some interesting things that maybe we could relate with. I just found a lot of fake news. I just tried to look up for the fake news, basically from the different media houses or from WhatsApp or from wherever. So I came across so many of them, and I kept on looking at trying to put a practical lens in what we've been talking about. that you see a Ministry of Health also coming out, that someone is already posting that COVID-19 people who are vaccinated are even more prone to COVID-19, and the minister comes out in arms to try to defend this and the other. And then when I looked at the headline, it was also at one of the televisions. So I said, okay, so the media personnel, it's real that actually we can also spread some sort of misinformation or disinformation on TV. And you know what that means? Either you have fake news articles or fake photographs or manipulated videos or maybe false social media posts. So these are some of the cases I just came across. Even in the universities, a lot of stuff is happening. You can imagine someone saying that, okay, we have free online courses offered at Makerere. They will give you a laptop and national certificates and scholarships and whatever. All this we are dealing with, even at the university level. High-profile universities, these fake news keep running on their platforms here and there. It has even gone to police. You can even see that the police also came up to clarify some news. This was about Bobby Wine, saying that now police is investigating on how many people attended Bobby Wine's spokesman's wedding. You find it everywhere, even at police. You can imagine this kind of news. Now, what was also very interesting was this newspaper here. So the original version says that government to start skilling youth countrywide. And you see the same manipulative process on the other side where there is fake. And someone is saying government to start killing the youth. So you can imagine that everything looks the same, everything looks perfect. But you can just imagine the difference between the original and the fake. So it's very interesting, especially when it comes to the media. Your media houses, you're also in trouble. So there's need to be careful with what we post and how we post it. I just checked with State House. I also found some fake news there about verification of citizenship of some of the ministers, appointed ministers. And someone was already saying that from the family of General Tumwine, maybe a lot of rumors circulating regarding his health, and the family was coming up to disown that. I mean, NTV Uganda also alerts us on how some people are saying, the president, blah blah. So there's a lot of fake news everywhere, including on media houses. I looked at this recruitment advert at police. I looked at this arrest of some Kakweza. Then there is this I just got on people congratulating the daughter to the president for her new appointment as governor of Uganda, Bank of Uganda, which is all fake news. So there's a lot of fake news out there. There is this online when some people are claiming that our first lady is gone. So I mean, what this does now, it creates panic to the public. It creates political tensions. It creates reputational damage. It can even cause social unrest. So somehow we need to be very, very cognizant of whatever we are writing about, or we are posting, or we are sending out there, because it can still catch up with us. So ladies and gentlemen, I really want to appreciate us, all of us who are on the call, for sacrificing your time and for ensuring that you attend the call, and also for being here up to the end of the session. Mr. Chimera, I think you need to now guide us on the next steps and give us closing remarks as you tell us how to register and how we're going to pick people's information so that we can be able to share with them the resources available immediately after this show. So thank you so much, colleagues, and thank you for allowing me to moderate this session. I hand over to Mr. Chimera for closing remarks and also for setting us off and guiding us on how we're going to register to receive our small data. Thank you so much, and over to you, Henry. Mr. Chimera, are you there?
colleagues, thank you for attending effectively. Thank you for all the questions. First, I would like to thank our facilitator, Dr. Peter. Thank you very much for the rich sharing that you have done this afternoon with all the media members. And I would like to thank you all, our colleagues in the media, for the time you have taken off. Colleagues, may you please use these few minutes, each one of you, to type, like I've put the instructions in the chat, and I've put them on the platform of your respective media league regions. Please share the same information that you shared while registering. Please type in the same information in the chat. This is for dual authentication and also verification. Your information is well protected. It isn't shared with anybody. Even it isn't in our reports. Only photography of the screenshots will be shared in the reports that we are writing. So please do that in these few minutes. And the strictness that we are using now is the strictness we are going to use. I'm going to request you that all those of you who are producing products, please do share with them, share your products with us and provide them to Asha, who is our media and engagement manager, or you can pass them through your coordinators and your respective regions. Then if you have done all that on your social medias, please do share that information too, or any other content that you generate. And in case you need any in-depth or to call Dr. Peter again, please, you can share that in the comments, or you can do that through your coordinators. The other aspects that we feel that we need to share with you, we are going to run another series still with Dr. Peter on Wednesday, and then on Friday. The next week, we'll also have 3 sessions. Towards the end of June or at the beginning of July, we are bringing in some other new series. This series will touch consumer justice and protection. We will be having more than 6 sessions to run all through to December, but we will also bringing you some other sessions that are going to be on health, food systems, or the health food environment, touching or educating you and empowering you on aspects to do with unhealthy foods, where we think you can play a role to relay it to the last mile. Even when you go for a social event, I know many of you are MCs over the weekend or during the weekend on social events or cultural events. Please do share all of this when you are at a social event and you are MSing and you discuss all this. Please bring that information that you have engaged in at the last mile of society, and you share that video clip. Public awareness is going to be very key, and these products should be brought out by you. as you are the ears, the voice, and the mouth of society. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, let's use these few minutes to finalize our registration and look forward to further engagement on Wednesday. Desire, I don't know what you have to say. May you please unmute and we hear what you have. Desire, I've asked you to unmute. Please go ahead.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I am Desire Limochan from Gulu.
Yes, please.
I heard you talk about registering in
May you get closer to your mic and speak clearly and slow.
chat is not loading.
Desire, I can't hear what you are raising.
I do not know how you're going to help me.
About what, Desire? About what, Desire? Or help you in what? Okay, may you please type that in the chat, then we will get back to you directly. As long as you have typed the issue, you've typed your telephone contacts and your email and the establishment of the media house you work for. We couldn't hear you, Desire. Or I couldn't hear you. May you repeat your request, please? Desire? Okay, so colleagues, once again, thank you very much for your time and the engagement that we have had. It has been quite good. You have attended 100% as you registered. And colleagues, you're going to bear with us. We are improving the quality of the media league. We have put in new restrictions so that we do not spoil the initiative. So I pray that we continue with this. Yes, Isaac, may you please unmute? Isaac, go ahead and unmute. Isaac, please unmute.
Yes, hello.
Yes, Isaac.
Good evening, the whole entire team.
Good evening to you.
Let me hope everyone is doing well. I'm called Isaac. I work with Big FM Radio in Bali.
Yes, please.
As we wrap up, I had my request that Dr. Peter, he highlighted that if possible, organization can, of course, request for a training and whatever. So I had a request that as consent, we know we are having online, of course, but it can't finish the whole entire process or the entire knowledge on AI. So we could request that if in case you could seek for maybe facilitation from other partners, we advocate for other physical trainings.
The message is got, and we are going to use today's session to redesign or to design the Wednesday and Friday session so that you can either benefit more and also get in touch with Dr. Peter. So thank you very much for the request has been taken taken on board. I know many of you have asked for the physical engagement. We are discussing this. Once we have enough resources, we'll be in position at least to meet in the regions. But in the meantime, let's utilize the virtual spaces for our engagement. I would like to thank your coordinators. I would like to thank you all for taking off time to come and learn so that you are in position to relay this information to your fellow journalists and to the consumers out there in society to safeguard them against the vagaries of the global world, against the vagaries of the deep fake, against many other vagaries that are happening due to the digital evolution. We need to take it on, appreciate it, and utilize it correctly. So thank you very much, colleagues. Those who have not finalized registration, please go ahead, and I wish you all the best. Thank you, and see you and join you on Wednesday. We look forward to being with you. Thank you very much. I'm going to stop the session in the next, I trust everybody has finalized registration, and I see some others have started getting off. So I'm closing the session now, and we look forward. Not yet. Okay, I'll give you another round about 3 minutes for you to put in all that information. We want to cross-reference it with the registration that you did before the session so that the finance and administration do a clear processing. Or the earlier sessions, we had a little challenge. So that's why we now are very strict with our registration in this regard. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank you very, very much. I wish you the best. Thank you.
Some colleagues are only putting the names. We needed the names plus their contacts and emails. So somehow, I can see some people just dropping in the names only.
No, please don't drop in the name. We need, you have seen the message I have sent in the platforms on WhatsApp. They give the detail, your name, your place of work, your email, and your telephone contact. Please, your name, place of work, email, and telephone contact. We want telephones that are in your names. Please. Name, place of work, email, and a telephone contact. All these are well safeguarded because we are audited on how we store the data that we collect. So be rest assured, your data is well protected and well stored and managed. So I thank you very much. Please, anybody who only writes his or her name without the rest, I'm very sorry, we are not going to do any processing. Name, place of work, email, and telephone. Thank you very much.